Good morning, one and all. I am Dr. B.Z. Bhavre, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, GM College of Science, Tala Raigad, affiliated to University of Mumbai. Uh, for this refresher course online in Biological Sciences at UGC HRDC, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Aurangabad. I welcome you all of this seminar. My seminar topic is on the biodiversity. Basically, as a biologist, we know that what is the biology and what is the biodiversity. The biodiversity is the branch of biology that deals with the study of living organisms and their variety of animals. So this biodiversity and its conservation is most important factor in the environment for their conservation of plant and animals. So maintaining uh, the diversity of species levels, habitats, genetic levels, and the interrelationship between the organisms and the environment to keep ecosystem healthy and functioning. If the biodiversity and environment is healthy, functioning, definitely we are supposed to take the benefits from the environments of this biodiversity. So, why should we conserve the biodiversity? Biologically, there are three mainly resources: biological resources, ecosystem services, and social and spiritual benefits. So, in the biological services or resources, we conserve the biodiversity because of we are taking from the benefits of the food, fibers, medicine, wood products, etc. And the ecosystem services, they are most important for the small animals to largest animals, from invertebrates to vertebrates. Due to this decomposition of waste, pollinations, water purification, flood control, increase of soil fertility, etc. The social and spiritual benefits is to cultural and aesthetics value, recreation and tourism. So the cultural value is most important traditionally, is also the aesthetics value is also important. Then recreation and tourism. If you are going in the hill station or mountain or any other dam, river or the oceans, you can get the recreation because of they are the one of the important natural environment or natural phenomena. So there are the mainly two conservation in the biodiversity. If you are going to study the three types of the biodiversity, the ecosystem biodiversity, genetic biodiversity, and species diversity. So there are the two important conservation: ex situ conservation and in situ conservation. Ex situ conservation means the conservation which are beneficial to the other country for the beneficial, that is ex situ, and in situ means they are the our country. So in the ex situ conservation of the components of biological diversity of site or outside their natural surroundings, and in situ conservation of species, habitats, and ecosystem on site are in their natural surroundings in our country. So in the ex situ conservation, you can have a study the zoos, botanical garden, national park, aquaria, storage of tissues, seeds, pollen, semen, ovals, embryos, microbial culture, DNA filled gene banks, or livestock parks of materials. It cannot be dried or frozen. In the conservation of the in situ, there are the four important types: nature reserve, national parks, then wildlife refuges, habitat management, and habitat restoration. So the nature reserves, there as a naturally national parks, we can have a conserve their various threatened, endangered species of the plant animals in the national parks, wildlife refuges, habitat management of various type of the animals, and the restoration. So basically there are the important types of the biodiversity is, so I can say initially the first one, the species biodiversity, ecosystem diversity, and the genetic diversity. The species diversity, if you are going to study, the species diversity refer to the variety of different types of the species found in the particular habit and habitat of their area. It is the biodiversity at the most basic level. It includes all the species ranging from plant animals to different microorganisms, and no two individuals of the same species are exactly similar. For example, the humans show a lot of diversity among themselves of their environments for their study purpose. Second type of this biodiversity is the genetic biodiversity or the genetic diversity. Diversity means the variety of animals or the plant, and it refers to the variations among the genetic resources of the organisms, and every individual of the particular species differs from each other in their genetic constitution or genetics levels, so that the diversity far away and it is a various and differentiates between their animals. That is the why every human looks different from each other, because few animal from the black whitish, they are depend upon their various pigmentation which are occurs in their animal from their offspring. Similarly, the species is also differences. There are different varieties in the same species of rice, wheat, maize, barley, etc. You can have observed. And in the ecological diversity, an ecosystem is a collection of living and non-living organisms and their interaction with each other. Ecologically, the biodiversity refers to the variations in the plant animal species living together and connected by the food chains and food webs. It is the diversity observed among the different ecosystems in a region diversity, and in the diversity in different ecosystems like desert, rainforest, mangrove, swampy, sandy, muddy, rocky, and it includes the different types of the ecological diversity. So there is a various type of this ecological diversity you can have observed. So in the biodiversity and its conservation is most important factor is the importance. Non-biologist researcher or students or teachers, they don't have a uh, awareness about the biodiversity, but biodiversity is a most important process and it is a most important phenomena in the environment. Without biodiversity conservation we cannot live in the environments. If you not able to conserve this biodiversity, definitely you can have in a coming years you can carry the oxygen cylinder. So that biodiversity is a one of the important process and that support all life on earth including the humans, and this biodiversity is mostly attached to the human beings. Without a wide range of animals, plants, and microorganisms, we cannot have the healthy ecosystems and that we rely on to provide us with the air we breathe and the food we eat. So without biodiversity, we cannot breathe or cannot eat any other food materials. And people also value the nature of itself. So we are all the giving the salads to the biodiversity. If you are going to conserve this biodiversity, then and then only you can have a develop this important of the biodiversity. So this is about the biodiversity and its conservations, and the types of biodiversity and important of biodiversity we have discussed on these topics. Thank you.